Hi, I'm Brad Kane with the Worcester Business Journal. I'm here with Ava Collins, the interim CEO of St. Vincent Hospital, and Mark Clark, the Director of Cardiac Rehab at St. V. We're going over a little bit about what cardiac health is and kind of way to, patients that might need to stay in shape and do that kind of thing. So, Mark, I'll let you take it away.
Sure.
What do you have Ava doing here?
Well, most of our patients who come into our program, we have them set up on a very personalized exercise program. We have treadmills, we have bikes, we work at their own pace, depending on how they are when they come in. And we want to progress them to get back to what they enjoy doing with life. And that is understanding that after a cardiac event, patients can live a very normal, healthy life. So Ava's given us a little spin on the treadmill. And when patients feel good on the treadmill, we like to increase the speed a little bit once in a while on that.
So Ava,
Not too
you're
much.
0.5 here. I mean, and in the high heels. So how you feeling?
Okay, I'm feeling okay right now. I think I can pick it up a little bit more.
Then you can hit this button right
Be
here.
nice to me.
I will be very, very nice to you, and we'll just increase you a little bit. When patients start to feel good about themselves and feel confident about themselves, we want to reemphasize that to our patients. And we want to tell them it's okay, and we're going to bring you up a level at a time, a week at a time, but basically we want to get you back to feeling 100%. So that's what our goal is up here, and we do things on education and things on, risk factor modification. How's your cholesterol these days?
Well, it's probably higher than it should be, or higher than you would like it to be, Mark.
Okay.
How can you help me with that?
Well, we have educational sessions we do for our patients every week. They can bring their families, they can bring spouses, significant other members. We do other subjects too, like stress. Do you have any stress?
None.
Your role is stress-free, right?
It's an easy job, no stress.
It's an easy job, but for those who do have stress, we have stress management classes as well. We find that stress is a cardiovascular risk factor, and we want to work on ways on reducing stress on patients as well too, because we all have a little bit of stress once in a while.
So you feel comfortable doing your 0.8 now? So.
Are you wanting me to speed up a little
No, I don't
bit,
want you to
Brad?
be shooting off like a cartoon here. Just I think we
Yeah, there's no George Jetson around here.
Okay, we're going to pick it up
Oh,
a little
no.
bit.
Pick it up a little bit.
Okay?
And that's what we want, one step forward. When patients come into a hospital and they start getting treatment, we want them one step forward each day. We don't want them to regress. We want them to progress. And that's what we're all about, progression. So we hope that each step for you finds your way in the direction that you want to go.
And if you're, in need of, you want to make sure you're, cardiovascular healthy. Like, is there a target heart rate you should? Not maybe if I just have cardiac event, but maybe.
A lot of our patients, we don't use target heart rate so much because of the medications that they're on. But we have a cardiologist who oversees all our patients and sets limits for patients. But many of them are on medications to block their heart rate down so they don't get too high. What we want to know is how they feel. If they're feeling bad on the treadmill, I'm feeling short of breath, I'm feeling dizzy. That's more of an indication than watching those heart rates fly up. So when patients are in here, how are you doing, Ava? How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, how's this effort for you? 1 is nothing, 10 is really, really hard. What would you say it is?
Well, I would say it's 3 right now.
Okay. So we'll keep you on the air for another hour or so and see what it is then.
So how many of your patients are in high heels?
Not a lot.
Not many.
You're the first today. The first today. But each week, they don't go so much by those heart rates so much, but it's really how the patient's feeling. But we have patients who come in here and start at 1.0 or 0.3, and we have some people who are marathon runners, triathlon runners, who are kayakers, who are professional athletes. We have them all, from nuts to bolts, and we want to get them starting off on the ground floor because we don't build a house unless the foundation's good.
That is right.
So once it's good.
Your program here at St. Vincent is just wonderful from a cardiac rehab perspective. Now, I, like many of our other community members, want to avoid a cardiac event. While we know you're going to take good care of us if we do have an event,
That's right.
what can you advise me to do to make sure I stay healthy and well? Because that's a big part of what we do too. We're here for patients when they need us and when they're sick and they're trying to rehab, but we also have a health and wellness program. So what should I do to make sure that I stay heart healthy?
The preventative part of it, and that's the name of our program, it is cardiovascular prevention. program, and we want to be preventative. Preventative role means changes in diet, changes in exercise, but getting a daily walk is a great thing to do every day. You know, if it's a 10-minute walk twice a day, if it's a 15-minute once a day. Almost taking a daily walk, we know it's good for your blood pressure, we know it's good for your strength of your heart, we know it's good for your weight, for people who are diabetic, but it's also like giving you a stress test every day. If you're doing a 10 or 15-minute walk once a day, and you're doing it 4 times a week for 5 months, and then you can't walk 10 minutes, something may be wrong. So you can give yourself that indication. If I'm doing okay, you can talk to your physicians, this is what I'm doing for exercise. Activity is extremely important. It's a great way to reduce stress as well. As far as dietary goes, we tell a lot of patients, just don't buy anything in the middle aisles. You know, if you shop on the perimeter,
You
then you're
mean
eating more healthy.
in the produce and fresh vegetables
fruits,
aisle?
fresh vegetables.
Not the
these are
cookie
cuts of
aisle.
meat. Not the cookie aisle, not the cookie aisle.
I love
You know,
Doritos.
things in a box, in a bag, those are the kind of things that, we want patients to be very mindful about what they're having.
Sure.
We don't say, this is what you need to follow, but we want them to understand that this has these contents and this has these contents. So for your health, this is the better choice to have. You can still live eating this, but not so much following a diet. So we would tell them, you know, fresh fruits and fresh vegetables are always best. Get a daily walk in, take your blood pressures, take your sugars if you're diabetic, and take your weight. If you see any rapid weight gains, we worry about fluid buildup, congestive heart failure. Those are the kind of things we want. People want to be on a maintenance check for themselves. What's their weight? What's their sugar levels? How are they breathing? And we want them to be very active in their management. We want them to be in control of themselves. And that's what we want to do.
So Ava, I know we did a little setup before we started the video. So you're almost at 10 minutes. You're trying to walk for the day.
Yeah, I'm almost finished. That's great.
And that's the
You're
great
not.
thing of a CEO, you're multitasking.
No,
You're shooting
you're-
a video, you're doing an interview, and
You
you're getting
know,
exercise.
it's great practice. Every day we have multiple priorities, so you've helped me out with that, Mark.
I'm very glad to help you. I'm glad to help anybody. That's what we're here to do. This is what we love to do.
Well, thank you both.
Thank you, Brad.
Nice to be here, Mark.
All right,
Thanks
Ben,
for
very
everything.
nice. Thanks for your
Again,
time.
I'm Brad Kane. I'm with the Worcester Business Journal here with Ava Collins and Mark Clark from the team as well.